Okay, this episode of My Happy Marriage was so good. Episode 10 is so good. Like, I did not expect My Happy Marriage to be this good of a show. And I don't think many people in the anime community thought this either. But this show, like, is actually, like, goes beyond expectations. Because with the show titled My Happy Marriage, you would think it would be like some slice of life, you know, your everyday like marriage couple just doing stuff, you know? But this series goes so far beyond that it is like really like it's shocking and it is very entertaining. So this episode, episode 10, we see Mr. Kudo taking Mio to the Usaba household, where he is here trying to figure out, okay, like what's wrong. Where he is here trying to figure out, okay, what's wrong with Mio? Because Mio has been having nightmares, and they've nightmares that have been basically tormenting her. And so we see here this guy, um, Arata, who basically came to Mio and Kudo saying, like, hey, we can help because he is actually an Usaba. Like, he's Mio's cousin, and we have Mio's grandfather here. So now we actually have found the Usabas, and we can figure out what's wrong with Mio. So basically, Mio has a supernatural ability, but but if you remember before, like they didn't find that like when they did the ritual in like episode 1 or something like that. We were led to believe that Mio didn't have any powers whatsoever, but it turns out the Usabas just have. Hopefully, I'm explaining this correctly, but the Usabas just have like supernatural abilities that just can't like really be detected. That like it's it's not like the gift users like Kudo. Like they don't get necessarily get gifts like Kudo and other gift users do. But they do have they have basically their own set of abilities. And Mio's ability is, let me see if I can find it. I don't think I can, but I believe here we go. Dream sight. So Mio's ability is dream sight, and as her grandfather explains, she has the ability to enter into anyone's dream and basically basically just do whatever she wants. But but actually, I'll get back to that in a second. First, first we gotta. I'm gonna talk about this duel. I just had one a duel. So basically, the Usabas offer to take Mio in so they can help her control her ability. But obviously, Kudo, he's not rocking with that. So Arata and him and Kudo end up having a duel. And bro, let me tell you, I didn't even expect to like this duel, if I'm being honest. Like this this fight between Arata and Kudo was so good. Like I honestly did not expect it to be good. But but here's the funny part. It's like you see this we have the guy Kudo whipping out his sword, And then this man Hirata, Arata, I said Hirata, Arata, this man just whips out a blick. This man just straight up whips out a whole blick in front of him, and he's like, bruh, seriously, you brought a sword to a gunfight? Like, what? Now, so, but obviously that does not really mean much to Kudo. Like, if we know how powerful Kudo is. So you think this would be a quick fight, but no, this is like a good maybe 5 minutes of action we get here between Kudo and Arata. And during this fight, Arata, we see here that he can create clones of himself. So like, this is his ability, but these clones are like, they obviously aren't real. They're just uh like air or whatever, like air clones. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, they just come out of this like mist right here. Yeah, mist clones, I should say, maybe more accurately. So that's it. So this is what his ability is, and Kudo is kind of in a predicament at first, but like he adapts pretty quickly, and manages to land a hit. If you saw a second ago, here we go. Like this, he manages to land hits here and there. So this is like an actual intense like fight here. Very good looking. Obviously, the visuals with My Happy Marriage too. They don't really miss. Like, these are some good visuals, but as you can see here, Arata, like, he gets hit, but he basically tricks Kudo with a mist of Mio, because Mio did want to stop it, but her grandfather stopped her from interfering. And unfortunately, the man Kudo loses. Yeah, he just. Honestly, I was expecting him to like. Honestly, I was expecting him to Kudo to like pull a move here and like try to like hit the gun out of his hand, but nah, Kudo just like basically accepts defeat here, and which is shocking. I think anyone who like watches this would be expecting, or maybe it's just me, but I was pretty much fully expecting Kudo to win here, but nah, the man loses, and Mio has to stay with the Usabas. But also here we have like the general, or whatever he is, commander, general, whatever. But we have a whole different problem to handle here. So here we got back at the house, Kudo and his sister's treating his wounds, but and his sister is telling him, "Hey, go get your wife, man, your fiance." But he unfortunately gets a call from work, and the grotesque problem is basically on the horizon. Like, it's about to go down. So Kudo decides he has to deal with that first, then he'll go try to save Mio. And so skipping ahead here. So now back to like what I was talking about earlier with Mio's powers. Arata here basically explains to Mio that not only can she like enter another person's dreams, but as I said earlier, she can do literally whatever she wants. Like, she can manipulate them, she can brainwash them, and like that's not even half of it. Arata says that's not even the half of it. Like, she could literally affect like the past, the present, and the future. That's literally what he says Mio could do, like that. So Mio is honestly just on a whole different level. Like, we start the series off where she is just like useless and nothing special to her whatsoever. But she's actually the strongest maybe. And this is nothing like and this is nothing we haven't seen in anime before, obviously, like, characters thinking that they're weak, or like being led to believe that they're just weak, nothing special, but it turns out they're like the strongest being in the world somehow. But yeah, but basically, so we come to find out that Mio's mother is Sumi is actually the one that sealed away Mio's powers. She is the one who, here we go, sealed off her supernatural ability, and that's the reason why she's only having these nightmares now. And she didn't know this before at all. So yeah, this is unfortunately like the end of the episode. So, but basically, yeah, Sumi basically so Mio's mother basically ran away from the Usaba household, is what I'm getting from this scene here. And yeah, and that's pretty much where it ends. We're gonna get the explanation in the next episode. But as for this episode, honestly, I would give it. I honestly would be fine giving it a 10 out of 10. It's definitely a 9 out of 10, but I don't mind being generous and saying that it's a 10 out of 10. And again, we see here the highness, the part of the royal family or whatever. He basically states that, yeah, this grotesque problem is on the horizon. It is coming, and things are gonna go down. So again, my happy marriage is so much more than what anyone thought, and I am excited to see where it will go. But that's basically it for this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.